Hi, this lesson is about what's wrong with your textbooks, part 2. Hola, esta clase es sobre cuál es el problema con tus libros de texto, parte 2. Hi, welcome again to Spanish for London. I am Laura, and in this series of GCSE Spanish, How to Get Better Marks, we will continue discussing what's wrong in your textbooks. Remember that this is part 2 out of 2, so you have another video to watch, which is part 1. Okay, in part 1 I said that I spotted more than 100 mistakes in 4 books, GCSE Spanish books, which are very commonly used in all the schools. So I will show you today more mistakes which I spotted. Number 1. Mis padres fueron a España para 2 semanas. This is a sentence that I found in a book. Again, mis padres fueron a España para 2 semanas. They are teaching you the difference between por and para, but unfortunately this is wrong because when we talk in Spanish about a span of time, we use por. So we say voy a Portugal, for example, for 2 weeks. Por 2 semanas, o estaré en Japón por un mes. I will be in Japan for 1 month. So we never use para here. So if you study por and para with your books, specifically in this case with this book, you will speak bad Spanish because this is wrong. Number 2. Now, vocab. I found this in another book, una falta de respeto. They are talking about a lack of respect, but unfortunately for them, and for you if you study with this book, respect in Spanish is respeto and never respecto. So a respectful person, for example, es una persona respetuosa. But respetuosa or respetuoso if he's a man. But respecto is something entirely different. We have another word which is respecto, but when we say con respecto a este tema means regarding this topic or talking about this topic. So nothing to do. So if you study vocab in this way, you will speak obviously bad Spanish. Number 3, prepositions. I found this sentence in a book. 59 millones turistas visitan España. So when I say 1 million tourists, 2 million tourists in English, we don't put anything here. But in Spanish, the preposition de is mandatory here. So they are teaching you an incorrect construction. If you say this without the de, you will speak bad Spanish because this is wrong. Number 4, order of the phrase. In one book I found this explanation. Put pronouns at the end of orders. I will repeat it. Put pronouns at the end of orders. Let's see if they are right. When I say get up, I say levántate. Okay, I put the pronoun at the end. They are right. But what if I say do not get up? No te levantes. I put the pronoun at the beginning. What happens is, and I will teach you this in the GCSE Spanish online course when studying the imperative forms to give orders or commands, what happens is that we change the position of the pronoun according to the type of order. If it is an affirmative order, we have the pronoun after the verb. But if it is a negative order, the pronoun goes first. So the explanation that you find in your textbook, put pronouns at the end of orders, is wrong. Number 5, tenses. Okay, you probably know that one of the most difficult things to study and to understand in Spanish is the difference between two past tenses, the preterite and the imperfect. This is not very easy, but it's not so difficult if you have a correct explanation. The problem is that you study with these terrible materials, so you don't understand anything. Of course, if I read this, I don't understand neither, so I am with you. They say, let's see what they say. The preterite is not used for repeated actions in the past. I will repeat what they say. The preterite is not used for repeated actions in the past. Let's see if they are right. María hizo una pizza ayer, meaning María made a pizza yesterday. Okay, María hizo una pizza, so it's not a repeated action. But what happens if María works in a restaurant and she is the responsible for pizzas? So last month she made 200 pizzas. Wow, this is not enough repetition, but I am using the preterite. And the book says the preterite is not used for repeated actions in the past. So according to your book, you cannot say this. Okay, this is absolutely correct. And the book is absolutely wrong. Number 6, subjunctive. Wow, this is another terrible topic, but it's terrible because you are studying with these materials. If the person in charge, the person teaching you doesn't understand what they are trying to explain, of course you won't understand anything because this is a chaos. They say, I will quote, the subjunctive is used generally when the main verb is in the present tense. Again, I will repeat what they say. The subjunctive is used generally when the main verb is in the present tense. Let's see if they are right. Quiero que vengas. I use the subjunctive here, and the main verb is in the present. Quiero. Okay. What happens here? Quería que vinieras. I use the subjunctive here, and the main verb is in the past. Pasado. What happens here? Haré lo que digas. I use the subjunctive here, and the main verb is in the future. So we are in problems. As you can see, we can use the subjunctive when the main verb is in the present, in the past, or in the future. So nothing to do with the tense of the main verb. This is absolutely incorrect because the question or the decision to use the subjunctive or the indicative or any other mood is not related to the tense of the main verb. This is absolutely wrong. So we have a real problem because, as you can see, the textbooks are wrong. Now, what's the objective of this lesson? As I told you in the part 1 of this topic, of course, I am teaching you all this stuff, but the main objective of this lesson is to let you know that if you really want to know Spanish, you cannot study with these materials because they are mainly wrong. So we are in the process of preparing a whole and comprehensive GCSE Spanish online course to teach you the language properly. Now, who am I to say that the textbooks are wrong? Well, I am a Spanish and literature teacher. I have 2 degrees in Linguistics and Literature from Buenos Aires University in Argentina, and I also published a book about comparative literature at Seville University in Spain. I was researching for more than 5 years, more than 100 writers, winners of the Nobel Prize of Literature. So I have an idea about how to write and how to speak proper Spanish, and I have some experience as well. I was teaching Spanish for more than 15 years to foreign and native students as well in Argentina. Then I moved to London 3 years ago, and I had and still have a lot of students A lot of students in general, and in particular, a lot of students doing GCSE and A Level, all of them with excellent grades, and all of them say that Spanish is easier for them because, and I hear this phrase all the time, because now this explanation makes sense. So I hope this was useful for you. Subscribe to receive a gift from Spanish for London, which is a video about 10 common mistakes made by students, and please allow a brief processing time to get it. And also remember that we are launching a pilot course about verbal tenses, where I will explain all the tenses in depth. and I will teach you how to use them for your oral and written assignments connected with your GCSE topics, and how to use one tense, two tenses, three tenses, and more and more. And of course, if this was useful for you, spread the word to help more students like you. See you next time. Nos vemos la próxima. Adiós. Bye bye.